The Blue Hens will put total leather to crank us up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers offense has the ball first today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Finds space on the right. There he goes. Spinderella. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And the Hilltoppers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Snagged out of the air. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Fires to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Western Kentucky.
No bones about it on that 3rd down and goal. You knew exactly what they're doing. We're not kicking field goals. We're here for touchdowns, and it is a physical run. He lowers his shoulder right between the tackles, gonna get in the end zone. Way to start this football game for this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Blue Hens offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the right. He's got it. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Got it behind the line. It's LeBoy. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Ellison. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Blue Hens now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Silver. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Spins away from the defender. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I think because of where they are on the field right now, close to midfield, made that decision a whole lot easier for the head coach to decide to go for it on that fourth down.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Silver. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Going right to work up top. Using his feet to buy time. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Trying to escape and get it himself. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Barry. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Let's see what they've got on second down. We've come to the break. It's Western Kentucky holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Hart. At the 35, he's open. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. The Hilltoppers are rolling down the field. Makes the catch. It's Barry. On the Houdini-like moves, get it to the 22.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they...
Oh, he's got some space. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. And the Hilltoppers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Caught behind the line. It's Meyer. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Hilltoppers.
Yeah, these guys are just on the same page. They rep this play in practice over and over and over for this exact type of situation. QB, there was no question where he was going with that football and that play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Blue Hens will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to.
Breaks into the open. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He leaves it with his back. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hilltoppers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Puts it out of the air. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
So close to cashing it in for this offense. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get anything on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 7. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Big guy smells it. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. It's hard. Touchdown, Toppers! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside CUSA today. New Mexico State was anything but dominant today, but the Aggies are going to leave Memorial Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column. A busy day in CUSA, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And the Blue Hens want to pick up the tempo. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Wilson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got a man. It's LeBoy. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. He wants to throw it again. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run, and he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, WKU.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the 2nd half.
He'll return it. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. To the air on first down. Got him downfield. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route, understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Here comes the heat. Took a shot as he threw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Fires one high and deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Blue Hens will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. He splits the uprights. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the Hilltoppers will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter. And down he goes back at the 3.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And the Blue Hens line up to punt it away. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice.
Turning it on. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Hilltoppers are threatening in the red zone. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Western Kentucky.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Ellison. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
The Blue Hens come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking to throw again. Fires to the big fella. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. And the Blue Hens are moving quickly down the field.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He's moving out of the pocket. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. It's good.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. And the Hilltoppers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Makes his man miss. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter. Western Kentucky is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's the heat. And as he throws, got his man on the right. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. The Hilltoppers will snap it on 1st and 10. Off play action. It's on target and complete.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And the Hilltoppers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Got a man, it's Henry. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got him. Oh, spin move. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
Outstanding game.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Bringing the heat. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his big tight end. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the 1st down. The Blue Hens send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Might be changing the route. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Working that left side now. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Grabbed in the middle, it's Barry. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains, it's at the 37.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now.
Oh, he's got some space. What a play there, and he rips rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. The Hilltoppers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in.
He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kelly. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Caught close to the marker. It's Lewis. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better.